So I'm a little late to the party right now. I literally just pulled the new character today when the event is basically 2 days away from ending. And yes, I did have to pay the character just to kind of give you guys a little insight on where I was. As far as the step up paid, I got literally to the very last one. So 30 more bucks would have basically got me the character. But by this time, I had already done my 250 pulls. So I just picked her up on the metal thing and got her that way. So yes, I was severely unlucky, and yes, unfortunately, I did have to pay. The good news is I did pull the UR relatively quickly. As a matter of fact, I think I got two copies of the UR. But today we're going to talk about Spirit Maiden Sera and the new UR arc as well. Let's go ahead and just go to my unit screen and pull up this character. Now, I don't think I've leveled her to 120 quite yet, but this is her right now. Yeah, she's at 118. I'll have her at 120 probably by the end of the day, to be perfectly honest. Um, I did some grinding. It didn't take long, to be honest. The event is very generous with some of the stuff you can get to level her up, so not an issue. I got all of her skills learned and all that good stuff. Basically, I'm just going to tell you what every other active content creator has probably already said. Super strong character, the new best support of the game. Some might even quote her as the best character in the game, and I wouldn't argue against that. Basically, she's a very strong support character. Another cool thing about this character is her abilities aren't focused on damage. They're mainly things that can heal or provide certain kinds of buffs that you really want, or even debuffs to the enemies. So she does a little bit of everything. Now, her special does deal damage. What I might do at the end of the video or near the end, I might just go beat up the ogre and Heart of the Temple using her special just to kind of show you what she can do there. But you're mainly using her as a support mage for the most part. I'm not going to read all these traits, but basically, to sum it up, she provides your entire team with a buff that makes them take less damage, increases your max HP. When an enemy attacks, she has a chance to lower either their SCT or lower the amount of damage they deal. The SCT part only applies in PvP type modes. But that's, so she basically buffs, she debuffs, she heals. She does basically everything. Things that are cool about her healing potential is that when she heals, she can also cleanse a debuff from your party when she's healing. So whoever she's healing or she's healing everybody, they could lose a debuff, which is pretty strong. She also has an ability to remove not just status elements that prevent do stun, blind, and all that, which is what part of her passive does. She also has a spell that can remove debuffs due to strength and M&D and all that kind of stuff too. She literally does everything. Think of like all the other best top tier healers you've ever had in the game. Basically, she does pretty much all of it, including her old form stuff. She does give damage cap to people in your party as well. She also has the ability to. I gotta do some reading real quick because I forgot one other really important thing. All right, when she heals, she provides you kind of a shield, kind of what Spirit Maiden Sera does. You get like a 2,000 damage shield on whoever you're healing, so that can help you in pretty much all content. She's going to be good at everything, PvE and PvP related. She literally does everything. Like, that's just how strong she is. Like I said, I'm not going to go over everything, but she is definitely a extremely high top tier character, like best of the best in this game. Definitely worth doing a pity on. Now, if you already have other top tier supports like Sarah, Labyrinth, and the like, you don't necessarily need her. But this is definitely like the best of the best. And if you don't have any of the top tier healers in the game, including Spirit Maiden Sera, this is definitely worth throwing some resources at it. I also did pick up both of her paid gear since I did spend a lot of money to pull this character to begin with. As far as which one would be better, Uh, Kind of just depends on your preference, but I would probably say the weapon, mainly because she gives your party like, damage cap and stuff like that. It's a good MP, all that good stuff. But both, honestly, you can't go wrong with either one of these items. So it's just going to be a matter of preference. But yeah, I mean, she's basically cream of the crop. Let's go ahead and just quickly do a run of Heart of the Temple just to show what she can do as far as damage. Again, I don't recommend necessarily building for this. I'm only doing this for the sake of the video. But we'll go to Heart of the Temple. I know this is like Mobile Gamer Unite's like stage to test things, and I might as well do it at least one time because I don't usually do this. We're just going to use this team real quick with this setup. Just do a quick clear with using her special. But ideally, you just want to use her for support. I have tested her in arena a little bit. She's good there too. We're gonna drop some frames just so you know, because my phone's about 4 or 5 years old, I think now. So I'm hitting the run button. So as you can see, yeah, the damage is there if you build for it, but not necessary, as you can see. But yeah, overall, super strong character. Again, I can't tell you anything insightful because I'm sure everyone else has probably said everything you can think of about this character. But yeah, definitely top tier character. If you get her, feel fortunate. Um, and whether she's worth pulling for you kind of depends on your account. Like I said, you're okay if you have Labyrinth, Sera, and Spirit Maiden Sera, the characters like that. But I'm a collector of these kind of support characters, so I had to get her. We'll go ahead and talk about the UR. We'll just bring up the recommended one. Basically, as far as her trade's concerned, she helps you, do some good recovery. It gives you some damage reduction, and you won't faint, which is really cool. And MP cost is also lowered as well. So really, really good. In terms of learnables, they are going to be stuff that you don't necessarily need, really. Like Rope High Boost Plus is nice, but not necessarily needed. Healing Mega Boost is nice. Auto High Magic Barrier is nice. But these are all kind of luxury items, but nothing I would say is necessary. Thaumaturgy Ring Plus is probably the main thing that you're probably going to use on certain characters, especially if they're offensive characters. But yeah, these are mainly just luxury skills, basically. The Ether Reward is probably the less interesting thing about this. Basically, you have some okay stats, and basically helps you with healing. That's more or less what it comes to. Reviving, you get some kind of buff. Again, it's okay, nothing to brag about. But this is the important thing. Uh, this lets you, when you have it maxed out, you can give plus 500 MP to the character it's on, and then 300 MP to all of the characters. That is super strong. We've never had an arc this good. Now, there is an SSR arc that allows you to do something similar, but it's at a much smaller scale. So this isn't the first time we've had an arc that can do this, but this is the first time we've had an arc that can do it this well. So for those of you that like to do SCT battery type strats with, honey elixir, Henry's apple pie, whichever you use, this will help you to recharge a lot faster because Goddess Kiss is not necessarily always reliable as far as regenerating MP because sometimes it just doesn't proc. So this will be kind of a good backup strat without having to rely on luck to get your MP back. So very strong UR arc overall. The one that I have is not fully leveled, but it does have all of the. Hold on a second, I have it sorted wrong. I think. Yeah, all right, let's do the URs only. Yeah, mine's not fully leveled. It's only level 10 right now, but I have used all my enough UR dust to max out at least the arc skill, and that's good enough for me right now. But yeah, overall, super strong banner. Extremely high value. Extreme high. And I don't say this very often about banners, but this is definitely a top tier banner. For those of you that are light spenders, it's definitely worth putting a little bit of money into this because you're getting the highest quality you're going to get in this game for the most part. So I just wanted to do a quick shout out about how great this character and arc is. And yes, it is unfortunate that I had to pity, but I'm glad I had the resources to do it, so it worked out. Until next time, I'm looking forward to the Mana collab coming up, but we'll probably have about 2 or 3 videos to cover that when the time comes. Until then, take care.